Welcome back to the Thoughts Podcast presented by
ÖTDL.
who we keep it on the down low. You might have guessed that. But yeah, this Empty Thoughts. We usually do Empty Thoughts on the. It's like I guess you could say Wednesday night, and then we upload it Thursday. Even though it used to be Mondays and Fridays, or it'd be a Monday or it'd be a Friday. Now it's Thursdays. But yeah, we're here. Back with Empty Thoughts.
The skies are not clear.
The skies are not clear. It's actually been absolutely pissing rain for the past 4 days, bro. And it's actually crazy. Because I was sitting out on my porch, I think, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Because this air be up on Thursday. And bro, I was like watching, and it was like, bro, it was raining so hard. And there's like this white pipe that comes out of like the bank that's across the creek from me. And that's how I gauge on how high the water's got. Because if it gets to that when it gets to that white pipe, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? Because that means it's about to come into my yard. But I think it might have been the same. It was the same Tuesday. Okay, so I was asleep, woke up, and it was absolutely pouring, bro. And I'm like, oh shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god. Like you could just hear it just absolutely just coming down. And I was like, nothing you can do about it, you know? Just went back to sleep. And then I woke up again. It was like probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours later. And it was still doing that. And I was like, bro, I got to get up, dog. You know what I mean? So I went outside and looked. And that's when I first started. I was like, okay, if it gets to that white pipe, I'm leaving. And it's actually right now. I mean, it finally quit raining. It was raining the entire time me and Isaiah was live earlier. But it finally quit raining, and the creek is still substantially low, so ain't nothing to worry about. But it's still quite a bit away from that white pipe, so we're good. But you was telling me before we started this, your routine for whenever we do these podcasts, so I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, every time that we do a podcast or whatever, I'm severely ADHD. So, I'm all over the place. But every time we do a podcast, I pick an object in my room, and not my room, but in my house. I don't know why I said my room, but every
For your living room.
My living room. But every time we do a podcast, I pick a object in the living room, and I focus on that. And every time we start, it kind of helps me a little bit.
It kind of keeps you grounded a little bit, so you're not going all over the place.
Yeah, because it's because I don't. When we do these podcasts, a lot of people, they're fidgeting with stuff or they're on their phones or whatever, and I'm just not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the people that we do these podcasts with, usually.
Yeah.
Like whenever we do one with Austin, like he'll be playing a whole game, and that's why, like, if I'm being completely honest, that's why I don't really try to do podcasts with Austin that much. It's just because, okay, you know how me and you were doing it, like you pick something to focus on, that way you know what's going on. What I focus on, my routine, like what your routine is, I just look at the Empty Thoughts logo because I have it up on that's how I record these. I have the Empty Thoughts logo up. I focus on that, you know what I mean? And I'm looking at all the aspects of it, like how the letters curl and shit. And then that, I mean, I have ADHD as well, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not like severe, but like if I'm recording a video or something, like, or when I'm streaming, like I'll be moving my legs and shit. Like, I just like look at all the aspects of like the Empty Thoughts logo, and that helps me keep focused. But like when we do these, when I used to do podcasts with Austin, like it would just be me and Austin. This is before you was doing ÖTDL. Yeah. Or it would be me, Austin, and Cody. And like me and Cody would be sitting here talking, because Cody doesn't usually play anything whenever we're doing podcasts. But like me and Cody be sitting there, but we'll be talking about, see for an example, we'll be talking about like surgery stories. No, not surgery stories, because Austin was actually pretty focused on that one because he was doing it from the PlayStation app. I think it was like drunk experiences or some shit. This was like 8-9 months back. No, it was Hangover. It was the Hangover. I think the title of the podcast was like we're hungover or some shit. It was like 8. It might have been even close to a year. But like me and Cody were sitting there talking, and like me and Cody are focused, and Austin's playing like Dragon Ball Fighters or something, and he's like, "You get fucked, bitch, boy." It's like it doesn't correlate to anything in the podcast. That's why.
We mean no disrespect by that.
No, not at all. But it's just like I would rather, like, if we're going to do a podcast, I would rather everybody's going to be doing the podcast be focused. You know what I mean? Rather than be playing fighters or playing Madden or doing whatever. You know, and I'd rather everybody be focused on the podcast. That way, nobody's talking about anything that just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Also, too. Yeah, that's what I
And like
do. I
we'd
usually.
be playing with like Chris and Jacob or something on like Fall Guys. This is like a really long time ago as well. And we'd be talking about how we needed to do a podcast, and I was like, just start the podcast up right now. I'm like, bro, it wouldn't make no sense if we did a podcast and us playing Fall Guys, because one, I have too much. I have my ADHD is way too bad. I can't focus on what we're trying to talk about and play Fall Guys, you know, or and play a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, it just wouldn't work because it's just going to be a black screen with empty thoughts on it, you know, presented by ØTDL.
Yeah.
They're not going to see the gameplay of us playing Fall Guys, so they don't know what the hell we're talking about when we're like, bro, how did I not make that, you know, or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I just don't do
like.
that's why I don't do an extreme amount of podcasts with Austin, just because if I'm going to do a podcast, and because everything that I do for OCD, I want it to be as good as I could possibly get it, you know, as good as I could possibly get it. And if I'm sitting here talking about like, yo, I got drunk, blacked out, whatever, and Austin's over here, man, I sacked that man. What do you mean offside? You know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It really doesn't. But yeah, man. So here's what's been going on. You know.
I like how every
Kind
time we
of.
do one of these podcasts, we have like a weekly catch up. You know what I mean? And that's what
Yeah.
usually starts it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Here's what's been going on with me.
Let's hear it.
I've been kind of, relaxing a little bit more.
How you
I've
mean?
been like I was just not really giving a fuck about anything right now. You know what I
Yeah, you're pretty
mean?
much chilling a little bit more rather than
Yeah.
being super hung
Rather
up over
than
everything.
yeah, or super hungover, or or anything like that. I'm kind of slowing my roll a little bit. Kind of not doing the same high strung shit that I was doing. You know what I mean? Like being pushy and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not doing
You're not pursuing as hard as
any.
you used to.
Yeah, like I get up every weekend. I go to work. You know what I mean? That's what I do.
Yeah, because if anybody doesn't know, Isaiah works Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah,
And he works 11-hour
and
shifts all those days.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and and then I come home, I stream, and that's about it. Which is, I have enjoyed, and also too to touch on this little situation, too. I hit my 300th video.
Hell yeah, bro.
You
Let's go.
know,
I wish I could say I remember my 300 video, but I fucking don't, bro. I'm at 1.4K videos right now. So, you know what I mean?
yeah. I know people's going to be like, "Oh, he's just now hit 300," but bro, to be
Not
honest with you,
necessarily, dog. I mean, if you've been doing it not even a year yet, and you're already
and
at
I've already,
300, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you're not even like anywhere near, because you started in like July.
yeah,
You're not even anywhere near like the 1 year mark, and considering that nowadays you only hit like 4 streams a week, which is Wednesday morning, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Considering that you only do like 4 streams a week and you have 300 videos, I mean that's pretty fucking good, bro. Considering you're not even anywhere
Yeah,
near like your 1 year mark yet, so
yeah, and I just want to say, I
because you
hope
don't
the
do it daily.
content.
You know what I mean?
No,
And for you to still be
no.
at 300, it's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, I just want to say this for the content that me and you make together and stuff like that. I really hope that everybody enjoys it.
Like that's
It,
like the whole goal with like the streams and the videos and stuff is like because growing up I had a pretty dark childhood. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like it was just a lot of it was a lot of sadness. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so I want to in any way, shape, or form at least be an escape for a couple hours. Like somebody can like
yeah,
it's like somebody's having a good time, right? And even if they're not a subscriber of me, right? Say they're having
yeah,
like a pretty rough time.
and
And
they
they
come
just see this
in.
random stream, right? They're like, "Oh, they just click on this, man," you know, and they click on it, and then maybe I can be an escape for them for a few hours, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the goal, you know what I mean?
My goal is get ÖTDL sponsored by Red Bull. So Red Bull,
Speaking of getting OTDL sponsored, that's not gonna happen if we don't start getting some fucking help in this motherfucker. Like,
But I'm just saying, I would love for Red Bull to sponsor us. I mean, because I've tried a new Red Bull, and oh my god, buddy, it is fucking gas.
what's
Like,
the
it
flavor of
is.
that Red Bull? Because I saw you post it
Uh,
on Facebook, but I didn't look too much into the flavor of it.
I think I got a
I
can
don't
of
even know
it
if it's a. I
somewhere.
don't even know if it's a new one. Honestly, I feel like I've
It
seen that Red
is.
Bull before.
It is. No, I don't have. Yeah, I do. It is. Hold on. I can't really see here. It is elderflower, Cuba, or yeah, Curba, something. I don't know. It's
I'm pretty sure
like
you posted it on Facebook, so I'll look. It's
yeah,
called. I don't know. You didn't have the can turned that way, but regardless,
but regardless, it's like
it's like
CURB.
the summer edition is what it is.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
they come out like once a summer or something.
and they are fucking gas, bro. Like I thought I liked the ones in the orange cans better than I do this one, but I'd rather have the green one than the orange one.
I've never been much of a Red Bull guy. I've been more of like a
Oh,
monster
dude,
dude my entire life, to be honest with you.
I don't know what it is. Like I drink Monster too, but if I had to pick one, I had to go with Red Bull.
Listen,
I
when you
don't know
take
what
that
it is.
first, like, you crack open a fresh monster, right? And you
Oh,
take
it
that
depends on
first sip, dog. Oh my god, bro, that's the
it
roughest thing
depends
you
on
ever
what
do. That's like equal to like when you crack open a fresh fucking bottle of liquor and you take the first sip. Like, bro, that's
Oh
what it's
yeah,
equal to,
yeah,
dog. Cause that shit
yeah.
hits you.
It
That
is.
catches you by surprise. No matter how long you've been drinking Monster, it should have catch you by surprise, bro.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Red Bull. It's the same thing with Red Bull. Because I told my mom, I was like, hey, will you stop at the store, get me a pack of Stokies and a Red Bull, a green Red Bull. She brings me a dragon fruit, that's fine because I said green Red Bull, and she's just seen the green and picked it up. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But that one, the one I'm drinking now, I don't really like, but I needed one. So,
Hey, Rebel's a rebel, you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's like if
better
I said
keep.
I needed a monster and somebody brought me like a white one, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah,
that mad, but
like yeah, yeah.
it's like
It's fucking
you're not
heavy.
mad about it, but it's like I'd rather.
Yeah, I'd rather fucking blow my brains out. I'd rather deal with cribs for 8 hours a day than fucking drink this shit. You know what I mean? But I was just saying, you know, I really want us to get sponsored by Red Bull. I'm fixing to tweet at them like right now and be like, "Hey, y'all need to come check us out. We try. I feel like this right here, Red Bull. If you're listening, I just want.
I'm sorry, but they're definitely not.
No, just let me live out this dream, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Only thing I want is some free Red Bull and $150. That's the
Listen,
only thing I
here's
want.
what I've said, right? Like I've tweeted like Four Loco. I've tweeted like Twisted Tea. I tried to tweet at Quality House, but Quality House doesn't have a fucking Twitter. I tried to tweet at Kentucky Gentleman. Kentucky Gentleman doesn't have a Twitter. But regardless, like all I've ever said is, bro, I don't even want that much money, right? I just want free liquor, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like give me like, toss me like like you said, $150, bro. Give me some free liquor, bro. I'll rip y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll rep y'all. I'll go get the fucking Red Bull tattooed on me on my forehead, dog, for $150. No, I'm just saying that'd be more like a fucking million. You know what I mean?
Tattooing your forehead for $150 is crazy.
Yeah, but
Ain't
no,
no way.
no.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But I was just saying, man. I was just saying. But I hit my 300 video, and I'm extremely proud of that, and I'm
Hell yeah,
extremely
bro.
proud on how I've really developed as a streamer. You know what I mean? Like I went from not wearing my headset to being scared to being talking
Because
on.
whenever I first like tried to get Isaiah to start this YouTube shit, right? When me and Austin both, I'm not gonna take credit for it, it's Austin as well. It was like, yo, bro, you played the games with us, right? You got decent enough internet. Like, homie, why don't you just stream it? Like, it's just streaming. Like, I mean, you was talking about some shit last night, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just a stream. Like, there can be no damage done from it. You know what I mean? It can either
Yeah.
help you or just do nothing. You know what I mean? Like there is
Yeah.
no back push on that. It can't damage you in any way. You know, it can only help you really.
Yeah.
But
And then I would always say, "Oh, I'm too no, I don't want to do it." But now, bro, that's the only thing I really want to do is fucking stream. Since I'm not saying, "Oh, I popped off, I'm hot right now," because but I enjoy this shit. You know what I mean? Like people look at me weird when I'm like, yeah, I'm hanging out with Josh, aka Headhunter 1130,
they're back
back
at
at you,
you.
back at you. They look at me weird, like, why is he hanging out with Josh all the time for? I'm like, well, because one, we stream together. Two,
Exactly right.
we
What's he doing this
fucking.
month? You know what I about?
Two, we help each other out. And three, we fucking escape reality from every single
You know
fucking
what I mean? It's
person.
like, homie,
It's like
like the
if there was
world
a
is
if there,
so shit, dog. Like, fucking just let me hop on the game for a little bit. You know?
yeah, just let me escape it. Just like you said, escaping and stuff like that. And I couldn't name a better duo other than Batman and Robin. But we both
That's what it
Batman.
is.
You know what I
That's pretty
mean?
much what it is, bro.
That's pretty much what it is. Like
Cause
I was just
listen,
saying.
like I've had a lot of duos, right? You know, it was me and Cody, it was me and Austin, it was me and Jeff, it was, whatever. And then it
Hmm.
was me, Austin, and Cody, and then it was me, Austin, and Jeff, and then it was, me, Austin, Cody, and Jeff, and then it was me, Austin, and Isaiah, and then it was me, me, Cody, and Isaiah. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot. But fuck, I don't even know where I was going with that, bro.
You was naming like the best duos like that you've ever played with.
Well, it's like I said, there's been a couple when it comes to OTDL, but like as long as there's okay, as long as it's never one sided, you know what I mean? It's and here's the thing about I named off all the duos that I've been a part of. You know, me Austin Cody, me Austin Jeff, me you and Austin, me and you, me and
Hmm.
Cody, whatever. It's like at some point there's a there's always this event, right? And this event is they seem to give up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
maybe this shit's just not as hot as it once was. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
instead of like what I did, because I fell off back in 2022. I ain't gonna sit there and cap about it. But instead of them being like, okay, like not even like necessarily taking a step back, but instead of them just figuring out, like, okay, what can I do that would get me back to where I was almost. You know what I mean? And it's not all about
Yeah.
numbers by any means,
Right.
but there's always the event of instead of that they just like, well, and then they stop uploading, and then and another duo slash trio I was a part of was me, Austin, and Jacob. That's who I started YouTube with, and then it was me, Austin, Dawson, and Jacob. It was a fearsome foursome. But there's always that event of, let's see, how can I know exactly where I was going with it now. I remember.
Yeah.
They don't. Okay, like all of these duos I've been a part of, like when it comes to like OTDL or just like the YouTube shits, which was like the first it was me, Austin, and Jacob. Then Dawson got added into it, so it was me, Austin, Dawson, and Jacob. And then that ended, and then let's see, it was OTDL started, and it was me, Austin, and Cody, and then we got Jeff and there, me, Austin, Cody, and Jeff, and then then we got Chris and Jacob, and then Cody left, and then Chris and Jacob left, and then Cody joined back, and then Jeff left, and I the oh okay, and then we got you in there, and then we signed back Chris, Jacob, Shane, Hunter's in there. Who else? We got Jeff back. The problem with them, right, with the rest of everybody who's been in OTDL, right? That's how I'll put it. The problem with the rest of everybody who's been in OTDL is they don't put in the effort. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like back in the day, right? Back in 2022, end of 2021, early 2022. Like Austin was popping, bro. He was about to pass me in subs. You know what I mean? And then that died off, as it will inevitably. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna stay popping forever unless you're Mr. Beast. You know what I mean? And he's already got 250 million, probably 260 million at this point. But instead of them pivoting and finding something else that's popping, they should give up. You know what I mean? They quit uploading. Like Austin used to stream every day. He quits uploading. Cody bounces back and forth from TikTok. Like, I don't know what. Jeff, he give up. And there's always the event of, I just don't think this is going to work out. That's the exact words every time. I just don't think this is going to work out, man. And it's like, instead of saying that and speaking that out into the universe, why not put your head down and find what's going to work out for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's been a many of times where shit's like, I was popping in 2022, bro. Fucking absolutely popping. 500 views a day on Gang Beast. You know what I mean? And then that stopped. You know what I mean? And then instead of me being like, well, not going to work out, bro. Fuck it. I quit. You know, and quitting uploading. I pivoted. All right. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't uploading as much as I used to. You know what I mean? But, I've kept my head down. It took a while to figure out, you know, for something to really start to like get even close to like the same amount of views I get on Gang Beast, and that was Among Us. But instead of doing that, and meanwhile I wasn't focusing on shorts. Shorts are the fucking key, bro. I'm telling you there. I know. Like, here's what I've noticed, right? At least for me, and this is for a lot of people that stream. Not everybody that streams, but for a lot of people that stream. It's almost like the only reason to stream is to, one, okay, connect with your audience. That's the most important thing, right? I mean, that's obvious. But not to the most important thing is not to heavily rely on the streams doing it like extremely well, and just hoping that something funny happens so you can clip it and turn that into a short.
Yeah.
Like, I stream too, obviously because I love streaming, or I just wouldn't do it.
You're right.
But to connect with my audience, and I know for 100% guaranteed fact, at least for right now in this very moment, any short that I upload is going to do better than the streams. That's just it, bro. You know what I mean? And I know that, and I'm okay with it. But I stream to connect with my audience. Well, first of all, I love streaming, so that's one. Connect with my audience is two. And three, hopefully something funny happens and I can turn this into a short. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, my entire notes on my phone is just nothing but like timestamps from videos, like the streams. Like, that's what I do, bro. And with that came 32,760 views in the last week. 77 subscribers.
And
it's like,
and I know this too.
But finishing off on what he was just talking about, OTDL's problem, right, with everybody that's in OTDL, and this right here ties back into like you saying, you know, at this moment, like there's not a better duo in OTDL than me and you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there you have what most you have what they didn't have right now, you know what I mean? And which is the fact of you can stream for 8 hours, and if it gets one view, you're not going to care. You know what I mean? And that's like the best thing to have is if you stream for like 8 hours, and you get 1 view, you don't care. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I mean, it would fucking crush me, dog. You know what I mean? It would crush me. I
Yeah.
wouldn't sleep for a week. But
I,
you could stream for 8 hours and
yeah.
get 1 view and not care, right?
Right.
If either Austin, Cody, Jeff, Jacob, well, I don't know about Jacob and Jacob and Chris don't count because they do that all the time. They stream for 8 hours, don't get no views, whatever. That's no hate towards them, but that's just the facts. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can stream for 8 hours, get 1 view, not care.
No.
That happened to them a couple of times, which not as much Cody as it is Austin, but or not as much Cody as much as it, and not as much Austin as much as it was Jeff. Like if, and I could go on and on about Jeff's problem, and I'll continue with Jeff's problem after this. But if they don't see, I wouldn't necessarily say immediate results, but if it's not looking hot within like a little bit, well, that's it. I quit. And they'll quit uploading. Austin quit uploading. Cody's bounced back and forth between TikTok. Like I don't even know what dog. He's like a ping pong ball. You know?
Yeah.
But he's told me that he's staying on YouTube. But it's like if like I'm not saying they don't have drive. They have tremendous drive, right? Just unbelievable. But they're too quick to give up. That's what I'll say. They're too quick to give up. And that's been OTDL's biggest problem. And that's not just Austin and Cody. That's just been OTDL as a whole since it's been founded in 2021. That's been OTDL's biggest problem, is too quick to give up. Like Jeff's problem, right? Here was Jeff's problem. Like me and Austin was popping, bro, right? And this is not braggadocious or nothing. It's just the facts. It's getting 500 views a stream. Austin was getting 300 views a stream, whatever. And it's just playing games that are not popping, by the way. I was playing Gang Beasts. Austin was playing Brawlhalla. But you never even heard of Brawlhalla. Exactly, you know what I mean?
What the fuck is
But it's like,
Brawlhalla?
well, it's like, okay, we were popping right in 2020, early 2022. And like I said, that's not bragging or nothing. That's just stating facts. Like we're not popping. We was popping to be where we was at. You know what I mean? Because I only had like 300 subs, where I was getting 500 views a stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Austin had like 200, and he was getting 300 views a stream. You know, and it's like when Jeff started streaming like me and Austin did, he was expecting that to happen to him, right? And instead of him, putting his head down and grinding. And I mean, his game was Resident Evil. He'd already found his game. He'd established himself off that game. But instead of him putting his head down and grinding, because you got to look how long me and Austin have been doing YouTube at that point. You know what I mean? We've been doing YouTube for 6 years at that point. Instead of him putting his head down and grinding, and getting to that point to where shit was popping for him, he didn't see immediate results. He didn't see the views that me and Austin were getting for him. He didn't see those views on his channel. And he was like, I quit. And he quit streaming. He's since deleted all of his videos on his channel. Cody's never had that problem. Austin has... I wouldn't say Austin has that problem either, but like Austin's thing was like, once he quit getting like a large amount of views, he quit uploading pretty much. And of course, he had to start taking care of my sister's kid and stuff. So that right there played a part in it. But you can just see it from like a time point period. Like you can just see the uploads get farther and farther and farther and farther and farther apart. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like nowadays, like he streamed. I think he streamed. I forgot what he streamed. I think it was Days Gone or something. It got like 4 views or something. And he was like, stream that it got 4 views, and that's crazy. And like the only thing that's in my head is like, how can you expect it to get more than that when you stream once a month, dog? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if you're gonna say you quit streaming and then you start back, don't expect to be getting the same amount of views you was getting back before you quit immediately, because that's not gonna happen, dog. Because the society today is once because the audience is mostly kids. I mean, whether you like it or not, it's just facts.
Yeah.
But once these kids stop seeing you, out of sight, out of mind, bro. They don't remember you.
Yeah.
And then like I've got so many people that used to come in my shit daily, and I haven't spoke to them in years. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like you can't expect to start back and then immediately get 25, 30 views. You know, even. But you got to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. I'm talking about this right here is before Austin got his job in London, because obviously he can't fucking stream now, dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm talking like this is like back when he was working at Dairy Queen. But even back when he was working at Dairy Queen, like when he'd stream, like it wouldn't get that amount of views, and he would talk about it, and it's like, and the only thing that would be in my head is like, how can you expect to get more views than what you're getting if you're not streaming more consistent, if you're not uploading shorts more consistently. You know what I mean? But now, obviously, now he literally can't. And to be honest with you, he doesn't need to. Homie's making fucking bank. But
Yeah, he
and
is.
like Cody never had that much of a problem of giving up. Actually, I'm lying. Back in 2021, I think it was the
No.
night that we founded OTDL. We was doing we was trying to do a 24-hour stream on Fall Guys, and we was like 3 hours in or some shit. Cody goes, "Yeah, this YouTube shit might work. This YouTube shit's gonna work for y'all, but I just don't think it's gonna work for me. I think I'm gonna focus on my TikTok." And it's like,
man bounces back
it
and
was
forth.
because like he wasn't getting the. And keep in mind, this was like back in 2021 before me and Austin even started, like even climbed just a little bit. So I probably had like 3 people in my shit. You know, Austin probably had like 2, and he didn't have any people in his shit other than himself. And it's like, but he was not very consistent with what he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like if you're not if you don't have the consistency, how can you expect to grow a community, get
Like
people
I
to
don't
remember you? You know what I mean?
like
And that's like the
where.
problem that you don't have. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's why we worked as good of a duo as we worked. That's to tie off that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. It's just to close out the topic. I don't care who watches my stuff. Like you said, I'd be happy with one viewer. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, that's myself. But I know that my content's out there. You know
Listen,
what I
as
mean?
long as I can help somebody
Yeah.
get out of a dark place, because I was in a dark place. I wish I had somebody. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That I could escape from shits. But back when I was in my dark spot, I didn't even know what internet was. You know, this was back when I was like 10,
Right.
11, 12 years old. But it's like, if I can, if there's a kid who maybe has a broken home or maybe this, maybe that, and he can,
Then he
if
sees
he
us.
doesn't even know me, right? If he's not subscribed, if he's never even clicked the stream before. If he clicks on that stream and I can help him escape just a little bit, then my job
Oh
my
yeah.
job is done.
Yeah. And another thing is too, I have fun doing this shit. Point.
I love doing this
Point.
shit, bro. Love doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
And
like it.
another big thing about like what I think one of my bigger problems was back whenever I quote unquote fell off is I didn't do shorts back then. You know what I mean? If I'd have did shorts back then, I probably wouldn't have had such a drastic fall off. I'd have still fell off. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't have had such a drastic fall off because I just still had like the shorts bringing in views and bringing in people. And it's not all about numbers. I mean, numbers play a big part in it, especially when it's your job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like if I had focused on shorts back when my homie Gooch or Rax, mobile gamer, like if I'd have focused on shorts back when he tried to get me to, I'd have been more well off. But I didn't end up focusing on shorts until late 2023, probably, like mid
Yeah.
2023. And
Yeah.
shorts are the key,
But
bro.
like I said, I don't know half the stuff that to do with this shit. You know what I mean?
You just got to get more
I
familiar with it, dog. You know what I mean?
only thing I know how to do
Because I didn't
is
even know
hit
how
the
to set up a
share.
thumbnail for like 6 months, bro. After I started.
Yeah.
And then I
So
didn't
I'm
end up
like,
fully setting up thumbnails until like 2 years after I started, bro. You know what I mean? So you ain't.
so I'm like, only thing I know how to do is hit the share button, start podcast, fucking title it and send it. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I know how to do is fucking hit those 3 buttons.
Here's
Like,
what my stream setup looks like, right? Not my stream setup, but like me setting up a stream. Here's what this looks like. So I sit and I think of a good title, because that's the first thing you got to get something that snags people's attention. And then you gotta have a good thumbnail that also snags people's attention, that makes people look at the thumbnail like, oh shit, and they look at the title and like, oh shit, and then they click. You know what I mean? So
No.
the thumbnail and the title goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
And then after I go live, I share my shit out to Discord, both the Discords that I'm in, which is my boy Chaz's and my own. And then I get back at it. So it's not that complicated, you know what I mean? But setting up
Right.
thumbnails was one of the more complicated things that I found to do whenever I first started. So it's not like you're doing anything wrong. I found that shit real
Yeah.
complicated when I first started. Like I said, it took me 2 years before I
I,
started like actually setting up thumbnails on stream.
I'm like,
I'm lying. It took me like 3 years before I started setting up thumbnails on streams because it took me 3 years to start streaming.
I'm
My
like,
first stream was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, bro.
yeah. So,
And that stream went until 2020. So it took me 4 years. It took me 4 years to start streaming.
yeah, I was just
Before
like,
that, it was just like I'd clip, like if we had a good Fortnite game or something, I'd clip it, upload it, and I wouldn't even upload it to the Header 1130 channel. It was like a completely separate channel. What did I have that channel's name? I can't remember, but it was a completely separate channel. And then I might have streamed on that channel. I'm not too sure, but as far as like the Header 1130 channel, it was like 2020 before I started streaming on it. I definitely
yeah.
streamed on that other channel. I think I might have been an extra head on there or something. Might have been the name of it, which is now this channel, by the way, which is now the ÖTDL channel. But I definitely used to stream Fortnite on it. But as far as like the main channel, like I've let the main channel dip off for like a second channel multiple times throughout my career, which I wish I would have never done. If I go back, I do a lot of shit different when it comes to YouTube.
Yeah.
But it took me 4 years when I started streaming my main. So
Yeah, so I mean, it's fun. Like I said, I just hit my 300th video. It's crazy.
I think I'm at
That
1.4K mostly due to shorts. And when I first started, I was just putting out video after video after video after video. I was spamming videos. I used to do 3 videos a day, bro.
but like I said, I just can't believe that a couple months ago I was hitting my 100th video.
And now you're at your
What I
300.
mean? Now I'm at my 300, and it's just like, you know, I'm not as I'm not as big, as you or any other person, but it's like I'm extremely proud about how I developed. You know what I mean? About how,
Especially going from, man, I don't know. I don't really feel comfortable being on camera. It's like, bro, you're not on camera. It's just your voice. I mean, you're in our streams anyway. Why not do your own? That was like the
yeah,
conversation we had with you. And it took you
yeah,
we started playing in December. It took you from December to July to start a channel.
yeah, and so it then ever since then I've not looked back. Face cam. I would like to have a face cam, but I'm a little iffy. You know what I mean when it comes to face cams and stuff like that.
I
You
don't do
know,
any stream without a face cam anymore. Like every stream I
right,
do's got face cam.
right,
I,
but
I used to I used to like dodge in between, like I do face cam and then it'd be a little bit, then I do another face cam and then it'd be no face cam and then another face cam and then no face cam. But now it's just all face cam. Because I mean, what's
yeah,
the point?
like
You know,
yeah,
what's the point in going
and
back and forth between no face cam and face cam when I could just do face cam? I mean, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. And, I do want to get a face cam, but also too, I'm like, well, all my channel is no face cam. You know what I mean? But also too, I'm like, I
I
don't know.
mean,
I
if
guess
you can establish yourself 100% as a no face cam streamer, there's a lot that do no face cam.
yeah,
But
but
if you want my personal opinion, I think. I mean, a face cam couldn't hurt you any. It's the same way with like
yeah,
streaming. You know what I mean? It can hurt you any. It can only help,
yeah,
really. I think, at least for me, like in my personal opinion, like I would rather click on if I'm gonna watch a stream, I would rather watch a stream with a face cam rather
yeah,
than no face cam. But I mean, there's some people that do no face cam that are actually pretty good streamer. Like there's like this one dude's named H2O Delirious, and he's been on YouTube for like over a decade, bro, and he's never showed his face ever. Nobody knows what he looks like.
yeah. So yeah,
Jacob, who was
I've
in
been
OTDL, he's been on YouTube as long as me and Austin. Meanwhile, he hasn't I mean, keep in mind he hasn't uploaded near as many videos. I don't think he's in his 100th video yet. But he's never showed his face either. Nobody knows what he looks like.
I've been kind of, going back and forth with the whole face cam, but, I don't know, like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I also want to do it too, because the face reactions, like, if I'm playing, like, if I'm doing the third run on Red Dead, the story mode, if I'm doing a third run, there's a lot of stuff in that game that needs kind of face cam. You know what I mean? Like the whole fuck Maka thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or that one time that we was playing Red Dead Online, and he was like, "Can I hit this motherfucker in the mouth?" And you had a mouthful pause.
I said, man, shoot this motherfucker in the mouth. And I had a mouthful of liquor.
Yeah, stuff like that. yeah, that right there.
Like, that wouldn't be near as funny if I didn't have face cam on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because and I just kind of want to. I just kind of want don't I want to go kind of a new direction on my channel with the whole face cam thing, but I also kind of don't want to break what kind of
like the formula that you have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of don't want to do that. But I also
look at it like this, right? I did YouTube for probably like 4.5 years before I ever started facecam.
Yeah.
So I mean, you starting to use a facecam, I don't necessarily think it'll break your formula, so to speak. I think honestly, the only thing it can do is help you, really.
Yeah, I might have to agree with you on that. If I can get a face cam and kind of have an actual, a decent setup, I'm talking about, like, you've been to my house, I don't have, a living room light, you know what I mean? You've been to my house, so the face cam right now is kind of like.
At the same time, though, dog, it's like my background is a white wall, dog. You know what I mean? It's not
right.
Like, you don't have to necessarily have like a fancy setup. Like,
yeah, but
at where I used to live, dog, my background was a fucking big ass hole in the wall, and then half the time it was Christmas wrapping paper with fucking LED lights strapped around it. Dog, you know what I mean? So it ain't like you gotta have a fancy setup.
Right, but also too, I do want to go a different direction, with my channel, doing face cam and stuff like that. I am really thinking about doing face cam and stuff like that. It's just, I really don't know. It's just, I'm going back and forth with it, and that's what really sucks. And it's just like, damn, bro, I could probably, my content could probably be out there more than it already is. It could probably just
another thing that you could work on, and I'm not trying to tell you how to do your channel, you could definitely work on like how you title your videos. You could definitely work on like learning how to do thumbnails.
Yeah.
And I could teach you all of that. But here's what I'll say about the face cam, right? It seems, I wouldn't necessarily say scary, but it's like, at first it seems like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. And then when you spark up a stream and you have your face cam on, you tend to forget about it. You tend to forget it's even there.
Right. And that's just something that I need to work on, It's just, I don't know. I go back and forth with it every day. Even when I work at my 9 to 5, I'm like, man, I should really get a face cam, or nah, you better not do that, it's back and forth.
You'll definitely overthink it a lot, and then whenever you do get a face cam and you spark it up, it's like you forget it's even there. Like me, like right now, like there's no way that I would even stream without a face cam. I've been doing it for too long with the face cam. And whenever like I go live, like when I was still on PS4, I got to go live without the face cam on, and people would come me like, "Yo, where's the face cam?"
No.
So once you establish yourself with a face cam, like, people are going to get used to the face cam being there. You know what I
mean? I do want to get a face cam because I feel like I said, it'll help me more. Or it could be like, oh, turn your face off, you ugly, you bastard. You know
Well,
what I mean?
nobody's ever said that to me, dog. I mean, you've seen me. I'm not the
Yeah,
fucking prettiest peach in the patch, dog. You know what I mean?
but you know what I mean. I was just being stupid there. You know, you know what I mean. So
You
I'm
ugly
like,
motherfucker! Turn that face cam off. It's like, damn, okay. Take us back to
damn, kill
GameStop.
yourself.
You know?
You know, you know, and that's my thing. You know, that's my thing. I'm not worried about what people say about me, but you know, it does kind of fuck with you a little bit. You know.
Like you can sit there and say that you're thick skinned as much as you want to, but when you get a hate comment, dog, like I've got quite a
Yeah,
few, but when you get a hate comment, it's like,
it's like,
it stings a little bit. No matter how
yeah,
thick skinned you are, like I've been doing this for 8 years, so I'm as thick skinned as an 8-year veteran of YouTube would be. But like
yeah,
you get a hate comment, it definitely stings, and then it goes away
yeah.
relatively quick. But it's still that sting is still there.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's like,
still that's still in the back of your mind. Like, man, this motherfucker told me to kill myself real life, and it's like,
or like, I mean, the fat jokes don't bother me anymore, like at all. Like back when it
yeah,
was like I streamed. I think I forgot what game I was streaming. It was either The Walking Dead or Fallout 76 or something. Somebody was like, somebody said, "Look at this fat motherfucker drinking a soda on stream," and I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" You know. And this is back 2021 though, and I mean, somebody said that now, I'd be like, "Well, homie, it's my stream," you know. And then of course I did the only thing that was acceptable. I commented and said, I commented back on a reply DM. I said, "Look at this motherfucker on my dick."
right. It's just like, I go back and forth with the face cam. You know, I'd love to have a face cam. You know, because some of my reactions that I see
It's
myself.
that's what's like most key about a face cam is about the reactions. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's like, especially when you're playing a game that you've never really played, like the first
Like
time.
some games don't need a face cam. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you were gonna play like Res, Resident Evil, no, not Resident Evil. Resident Evil is a bad example. Say you were gonna play like NBA 2K or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need a face cam.
No,
You know?
no,
But like
no.
some games where it's like some surprising shit could happen. Or I mean that even
It's
applies for. I mean there's definitely some games out there that you don't necessarily need a face cam for, but I'm not saying there's some games out there that don't use a face cam for. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't use a face cam for some games. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's some games out there that if you don't have a face cam, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? But there's some
right.
games out there that some shit could happen and your reaction would be funny as fuck, bro.
Or it's like the game that I wish I would have had a face
Like
cam on.
imagine playing like a scary game or something with no face cam. That'd be
Yeah,
pointless. And I've done that
yeah.
before as well.
Like the game that I wished I had a face cam on for was Days Gone, because I've never really played that game, and the reactions of everything that happened in that game, bro, I was like, just shocked, about everything about that game. It's like the first time playing Red Dead, the first time playing Red Dead, the story. That would have been great for a face cam, but also too, it is what it is, you know what I mean?
That's exactly it.
I'll get one, one of these days.
But like,
But
there is definitely some games that you can get by with not having a face. Like, not saying you can get by without having a face cam. I was like, there's some games out there that exist that if you play them, like if you don't have a face cam, then it's no big deal. There's some
yeah,
games out
like
there that
Madden.
you like. Not necessarily you need to have a face cam, but having a face cam is ideal for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just crazy. I go back and forth with it all
Because
the
like if you're
time.
gonna wait, like, here's what I mean by the games that if you don't have a face cam, then it's no big deal. Is like if there's a game that you're playing, or like pretty much the whole time you're sitting there straight face and you're just doing whatever. Like you don't necessarily need a face cam for that. You know what I mean? But if there's some games where you're always going to be like fucking moving around, your expression's always going to change, then I mean that's best to have a face cam on, you know.
Yeah. Well, to move on from the subject of the face cam, what else is there? What's been going on with you, Josh?
What has been on with me since This last week. Da, da, da. The thing is, like, not much. However, here's what has went on in the last week, right? Okay, in the last week, I've went up 34 subscribers, right? Which back in the day, you take me back to 2016, I'd never think it was possible. You know what I mean? 34 subscribers in a week.
Right.
Because it took me a whole year to hit 50. You know what I mean? So 34 in 1 week is crazy. But I've noticed, like, okay, in this last week, I've noticed like what times to post stuff, what to post, how to title it, like these shorts. Like what time to post these shorts, how to title these shorts, what to post with these shorts and expect. Because if it's gonna be something boring, like I uploaded a short of me ramming Cody in the ass paws on my horse, on my
Whoa.
horse, and my character flew over him and then landed on the front of his horse and then fell off. And I said I named it like it almost worked or some shit, and like it didn't do as hot. But here's my shorts views for the past, I'll give it the past week, the past 7 days. Posted one 20 hours ago, it's got 1.3K. Posted one day ago, it's got 406, which is actually the one I was talking about with Cody. Posted one 2 days ago, it's got 1.4K. 3 days ago, it's got 3.7K. Also 3 days ago, 5.1K. 4 days ago, 2.7K. 5 days ago, 1.7K. 6 days ago, 5K. And then 7 days ago, 545. And then 8 days ago, 10K. So my content has seen a pretty significant uprising. You know what I mean? Like, stuff's been popping off, you know? And all glory to God always, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I'm
And
saying,
also,
like if you took me back to like 2016, 2017, bro, and told me like the numbers that I'm getting now, I'd have never believed you. No shot.
to touch on this subject, make sure y'all tune in Friday. You know, I got
Oh
a
yeah,
big Madden game.
Isaiah's got a big Madden game. He's got money on the line, money and liquor.
Yeah, yeah,
So
money and liquor on the line, boys. Everybody, tune into that. I'm not wrapping this up or nothing like that, but I really appreciate it. You guys, come out and watch me. I haven't played Madden since me and Austin got blacked out drunk and played it. So I've mostly been playing Red Dead and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to that. Am I gonna win? I have no faith in myself,
I
but
think he's
I'm
gonna win it.
pretty.
Like if there's money on the line, try as hard as you fucking possibly can, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't want to go into this game extremely confident. So, and it's my first time playing, Madden for money. I'm not really scared. I'm not too confident, and
Yeah,
I'm
Isaiah
not too
doesn't
down.
like doesn't usually gamble as much.
No. What it is, man, I'm trying to have some fun. You know what I mean? Like have some fun. If I can get somebody to, and I'm not just saying, oh, open challenges, play me for money or nothing like that, but because I'll get that one try hard, it'd be like $1,000, and then I'll lose, and then he's gonna come hunt me down, and I'm gonna have to fight him and stuff like that. Nah, man, I'm just doing this for fun. It's fun to have a little friendly competition. Especially when it's a coworker and you're the boss too. So that kind of
Yeah, so if you lose, you can fire him.
yeah, or cut his hours with it too, or not let him work on my shift no more, which is fine. But I wouldn't do that over a Madden game. That's
No.
like going to a parade and
That's
shooting
like that's
up.
like if Austin were to fucking. No, that'd be like if you were to pass me in subs or something, and I released you from ØTDL or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, I'm really looking forward to that game. I am gonna be streaming it. So, there's $26 on the line. Yes, $26 on the line.
Not a
This
massive
is
wager,
kind of,
but it's a wager.
but it's a wager and a half a gallon of liquor. and some airplane shots. You know,
Got a half
that's
gallon of liquor. Sounds good right now. I might give me some today.
yeah. Yeah. I wish
Just
today
to
was.
be clear, I haven't drank since last Friday, so I'm not an alcoholic.
Well,
Yes, I am.
the very last time I drank was with you, and we did that drunk stream, and we
Well,
had to
speaking of,
end it because
let's just touch on this fucking, because we never touched on this topic right here, because that episode of Drunken Stupor never will see the
oh
light of day.
Lord,
You know what I mean?
never, God
But okay,
Almighty.
so here's what happens in this.
Oh,
Here's what happens in this
man.
fucking. Here's what happens in this
Give me
podcast. No, no.
another story.
I mean, this isn't what happened in this podcast, but here's what happened this night, right?
Oh God,
So,
damn.
me and Isaiah, I think we played Red Dead, pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah.
We hop off Red Dead. Did we record Drunken Super before or after?
It was after
Okay,
because
okay, so we in Red Dead, right? I'm sitting here, I'm listening to fucking probably Juice World or Morgan Wallen or something. I'm singing my heart out as usual. And then me and Isaiah get into this deep conversation about something. I don't remember. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, I didn't black out. Nowhere near blacked out.
no.
However,
God, no.
I just don't remember because, it was a while ago. But and we get in this deep conversation, right? And then we're having this conversation. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. So I have my eyes closed, I open my eyes back up, and then I finish the conversation. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Isaiah? I'm like, Isaiah?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 9 hours. Here's what it was. I closed my eyes and think about open my eyes. I'm like, yeah. And I finished whatever the conversation was. I can't remember what I said, but I was like, Isaiah? Isaiah? Yeah? And I was like, did he crash? And so I go to see if he's still online, and I click the home button to go to my friends list. And I look up in the top right, and I see the time. It's 9 a.m. We was having that conversation at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I passed out for 5 fucking hours.
yeah.
And then meanwhile, while I'm passed out, Isaiah unknowingly posts on Facebook, you better drink a Red Bull because you can't sleep on live. And then we proceed to keep drinking, as you do when you pass out.
Yeah.
And then we end up having just one of the. We end up having one of these just most fucked episodes of Drunken Stupor ever. Isaiah went off on everything. I was just sitting in the back like, yeah, man. Yeah. No idea. I was just fucking, I was hyping him up, instigating, keeping him going.
Yeah.
But,
I dropped
and it was like a day later. It was like a day later, and I was talking to Isaiah. I was like, yo, bro, so about this episode of Drunken Stupor. And Isaiah goes,
no.
He goes, no.
No.
I said, so about this episode of Drunken Stupor, man. I don't know if we should put this shit out, dog. And he was like, no. I said exactly what I was thinking, and I deleted it.
No, sir. He said this episode. I straight cut. No.
No. I was like, man, I just don't think we should put this shit out, dog.
If we didn't, that's one of them.
Because nothing that we was talking about was YouTube related. It was just all Isaiah's real life related. You know?
Yeah, it was all like, bro, like I've had enough. I'm
sick of this shit. I'm sick of that person. I'm sick of that. It's like I'm in the back like, yeah, man, fuck them.
Like, Miz was behind me, bro, fucking hyping me up, bro, and I just
hammered still, by the way.
And I'm thinking in my head, is Josh going to cut me off? Is he going to cut me off because you gave me a live microphone? You gave me a fucking
no, fuck, bro. I was more hammered than you was, dog. And here's the most fucked up thing about that, right? After Isaiah finally gets off and goes to bed, I'm still hammered. I'm still drinking. My bathroom you have to step up into my bathroom. It's like a huge step. I step up in that bathroom, pull my pants, and I'll start pissing. And I'm hammered, so I start leaning back. And then I never stopped. Splattered in the floor. Got up off the floor, opened the door, threw my screen door open, proceeded to fall off my porch, and laid in the yard.
Yeah, that's one of them podcasts that's in the vault. That's one of them lost episodes.
No, it's not in the vault. I deleted it full on. It's gone. But yeah, it was fucked. We are coming up on an hour, 59 minutes, 15 seconds. So that's gonna wrap up this episode of Empty Thoughts. We appreciate y'all for watching this. And listen to us talk about OTDL's problems and what the what most people that have been in OTDL, is what their issues were. They were just too quick to give up.
Yeah.
And
And
listen to
make
our real
sure
life problems and listen to all this shit. But yeah, we appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to click on OTDL. Go sub to everybody sitting on OTDL right at the top. And while you click on OTDL, make sure the first thing you do is slap the subscribe button for OTDL because we appreciate you. And OTDL, this is Monk. Make sure to slap the like button on this video. We appreciate you. And we'll see y'all the next time that we see y'all.
fucking